Hey there, everybody. So it's been a really interesting week since I last saw you all here on the midweek sip from the Cup of Positivity. And yesterday it smacked me a good one. Let's go ahead and talk about how really, truly, you're going to make you a priority. And now, more than ever, is the time to fight resistance and lean in. Hello there, everybody. Welcome again to the Wednesday midweek sip from the Cup of Positivity. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references. Alongside the raw healing stories my characters weave throughout time and space, I do help other soul bards such as yourselves rock it out in your pace and your time and your stride to make your books, bookish business, and edited content that you would need all the better, all the more. Tonight we are going to get a little bit real. Heads up. A little bit of viewer discretion is advised. You are on time in your pace and your time and your stride. Good to see you here, my friend Jess. Thank you for being here. So ask your questions in the chat along the way with the Q in the front, or just go ahead and comment in as you so like. So if you're running around the Netflixes, there's an anime that I think is leaving Netflix today. Its last day run on there is today, and it's called Darwin's Game. If you know the theory of Darwin and evolution, survival of the fittest, yes, that's the whole concept that started the idea as the seed thought for this anime. Well, turn that into a game. So imagine somebody sends you a friend invite to an app, but once you open that app, a snake bites you and you're suddenly into a fight to the unaliving with whomever you're against. And it's kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, phone a friend, but not in good ways because it's Darwin's Game. And this character gets drug into it by one of his friends who really doesn't want to drag him into it. And the first lesson of the game is literally what we drew last night from the Cup of Positivity. I kid you not. Do you make you a priority today? 'Tis time. Because the main character was definitely wishing he had done a lot of other things with his friends that he no longer had access to. So unexpected twists happen in life, and sometimes they don't give you any other choice but to game up and attend to life without planning to do so in certain ways. What have you been avoiding? It's not just about getting up and doing the tiny tasks. I've got some cleaning that really needs done. I'm going to be super duper real, my friends. It's not just about making sure that you do what's right for you. That's part of it. It's also, have you done this? The Affirmators deck, knockknockstuff.com, gave us the perfect compliment last night. I'm reminded of not just one group of friends, but multiple group of friends I've been in over the last decade or so. Often have this very conversation that the foxes are having on the card. One of them says, "You're the best." "No, you are the best." Can't we just both be the best however we are and agree to disagree and stop trying to up-level each other? Can't we just exist? Can't we just collaborate? I feel that a lot as a former K-12 teacher. I often said that to my athletic students during certain times of the year. As you can imagine, the JV versus varsity teams could get a little bit like this when they wanted to once in a while. Be moving around. That's all right. That's all right. Thank you for listening in, even with the earbuds, my friend. So it also does very much just boil down to, what are you doing in your life that rewards you? Are you having that conversation with yourself? Are you embracing a feeling of true self-love? As someone who chronically self-sabotaged, or used to, working on that, I can tell you that self-love isn't the only medicine I often needed. In my newsletter today, if you want to join my Substack, check out my Linktree /Jenna the Soul Writer. I talked about how one of my favorite and most inspiring authors of all time, J.R. Ward, said that really, truly, it's a combination of how she downloads things from her writing, which that's another episode in and of itself, but also, more importantly, she just shows up. And she said I had this huge streak of like 9-10 years where I only took days off. She was like uber type A about it and admitted it. But for some of us, going to that 180 extreme doesn't work. Sometimes we need to move far fewer degrees than that. Sometimes just habit stacking it and making it part of your routine on the daily works. But more importantly, kind of quoting Samuel L. Jackson, what are you not mimming around with here lately? I literally have a sign over my coffee that says put on some gangster rap and handle it. In my case, it's normally some European metal or some cover of some sort musical in metal. So what are you doing to give yourself a reason to make you a priority? What are you modeling for others about how you expect to be treated? Yeah, I went there. I went bougie basic, went there. A lot of us are in the process of changing the models of how we expect to be treated by others, and that's not easy. One of my coaches compares it to moving from one niche to another. What can you really do to support yourself through that in case people don't vibe with? Is it too far? Is it adjacent? Should you just start over? Should you lean into that decision? At the same time, leaning in sometimes it's knowing when to not lean in further. If you're at the edge, should really leaning in be going the other bleeping way? Possibly. I got the hard reality check myself yesterday. I have a couple of forks in the road ahead of me. Which one do I want to lean into? Seasons are about to change from summer to fall. And if you believe in what Thumbelina says, Giacomo says, follow your heart. She says the winter comes along and takes away the sun. Is it really taking away the sun? Or are you as the lighthouse just remembering the reasons why you decided to shine in the first place? And are you realigning with that? Because that's what you should be leaning into. The plan can change. Detours can happen on the map. More importantly, are you leaning the heck in to where you thought you would? Is it out of alignment? Can you get back in alignment? Because now's the time. Lionsgate is open. 8-8 is on the way, and this year it's a special 8-8 because 2024, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. 8-8-8 will be October 8th this year. It would be an amazing time of year to get yourself in the correct mindset to deal with the lion inside of you. Tarot cards often depict images of, hands in the lion's mouth kind of feeling. Are you really the lion? And are you blocking your own mouth? If so, I challenge you to lean in to stopping that. Take care of yourself. You've been worth it from the beginning.